I have been questioned a lot about what it takes to be gorgeous, you know? And I am not referring to the kind of attraction that merely scrapes the surface or that wanes with time. I am referring about a more profound and enduring attraction. The kind that attracts others, makes them want to be around you, and gains you trust, respect, and admiration. That is something worth possessing, is not it? Let us start by comprehending a basic concept. There is more to being attractive than what you drive, what you dress, or even how you appear. Yes, those things can be helpful, but they are merely the cherry on top. Genuine attraction originates internally. It is more about who you are than what you own. You see, people are always searching for ways to cut things in our environment. However, I have some news for you. Being genuinely attractive does not come with any shortcuts. It is not something that can be purchased, imitated, or just wished for. It must be earned. And you acquire it by cultivating traits that attract people to you. What are these attributes, then? First, let us talk about self-confidence. I am not talking about being conceited or acting like someone you are not. Knowing yourself, your strengths, and being at ease with your shortcomings are the foundations of true self-confidence. It is about quietly knowing that you can manage any situation that comes your way. However, whence does this confidence originate? Competence is the source of it. How does one develop competence? By putting in the time and effort necessary to become proficient at what you do. You see, confidence is merely bravado if you lack ability. However, that confidence becomes real when you have worked hard and become an expert in your field. It is the kind of self-assurance that does not require public exclamation. People are drawn to it because they can see it and feel it. Let us now discuss kindness, another trait that contributes to a person's attractiveness. You know, in our fast-paced, cutthroat world, it is easy to forget kindness. Let me tell you something, though. Being kind is always in trend. People retain the feelings you evoke in them. And it is evident when you are compassionate and sincerely concerned about other people. It is evident in your words, deeds, and manner of treating others. And it is quite alluring to see that warmth and sincere care for other people. Here's the catch, though. You also cannot pretend to be kind. It must originate with sincerity. It must be authentic. And it is taking a sincere interest in other people, paying attention to them, comprehending their needs, and being prepared to lend a hand without anticipating anything in return. People will be drawn to you if you are that kind of person. Now let me discuss another important attribute. Honesty. Folks, this is a big one. Being honest, keeping your word, and acting morally even when it is difficult are all components of integrity. Someone with integrity shines out like a beacon in a society where so many people are willing to take shortcuts and the easy route. People are drawn to you naturally when they know they can rely on you, that you say what you mean, and that you mean what you say. Because all successful relationships, whether they be friendships, business partnerships, or romantic partnerships, are built on trust. Now, I want to mention enthusiasm, which is something that is frequently ignored while talking about attraction. Exuberance is infectious, you see. People are drawn to you when you are enthusiastic about life and passionate about what you do. It resembles a magnet. Again, though, this must be sincere. You cannot just act enthusiastic all the time. A phony can be easily identified by others. So how does one develop genuine enthusiasm? By putting all of your energy into something you are passionate about and enjoy. When you are truly passionate about something, whether it be your job, a pastime, or a cause you support, it shows. And that excitement is quite alluring. Humility is another crucial trait. Now, humility may be seen by some as the antithesis of confidence. However, that is completely untrue. Actually, the most humble people I know are also the most self-assured. You see, you do not need to boast or flaunt yourself when you are genuinely confident in yourself. To feel good about yourself, you do not have to denigrate other people. Understanding that you are neither better nor worse than anyone else, that you can always learn from others, and that you do not know everything is the foundation of true humility. Being humble makes you approachable, which attracts people. It helps others relate to you. It demonstrates that you have enough self-confidence to own up to your mistakes, learn from them, and give credit where credit is due. And that kind of humility is really appealing in a world full of egos. Let us now discuss communication. Effective communication is the one talent that will increase your attractiveness in every aspect of your life. And I am not merely referring to having good communication skills. It takes two to communicate. Listening is just as important as speaking. It is about establishing rapport, communicating clearly, and comprehending other people. The capacity to truly listen to people is one of the most appealing traits you can cultivate. Listening demonstrates your interest in what the other person has to say and your concern for them. Additionally, people are drawn to persons who help them feel understood and heard. Therefore, improve your listening abilities if you wish to appear more beautiful. Listen intently, pose inquiries, and demonstrate sincere interest in what others have to offer. However, communication also involves self-expression. It all comes down to speaking with confidence, clarity, and authenticity. It all comes down to meaning what you say and speaking what you mean. Additionally, it is about having a closer connection with people. When you are able to achieve that, you become someone that people respect, admire, and want to be around. Let us not overlook the significance of having an optimistic outlook. Life is not always simple, you know. Everybody encounters obstacles, failures, and problems. However, how you respond to such difficulties reveals a lot about your character. Even when faced with hardship, people are drawn to you when you remain optimistic. They see that you are strong and do not allow the highs and lows of life break you. And that kind of optimism is very alluring. Again, though, this must be sincere. You cannot simply put on a happy front and act as though nothing is wrong. Genuine optimism originates internally. It comes from having a purpose and knowing that you will always find a way to get through whatever comes your way. And that is evident when you possess such inner power. People are drawn to it by nature and can sense it. Let us now discuss one more characteristic that is necessary for having beauty. And that is thankfulness. It is simple to take things for granted and to concentrate on what we lack rather than being grateful for what we have. But your perspective on the world shifts when you develop an attitude of thankfulness and are genuinely appreciative of the people and opportunities in your life. Additionally, it alters how the outside world perceives you. Because it exudes positivity, gratitude is one of the most appealing traits one can possess. Being thankful increases your likelihood of being understanding, giving, and kind. You are more prone to perceive the positive aspects of both yourself and other people. Additionally, that type of energy is quite alluring. So, how may one develop thankfulness? Make it a habit first. Spend some time each day thinking about the things for which you are thankful. It might be anything as basic as a lovely sunset, a supportive remark from a friend, or the chance to follow your aspirations. You draw more positive things into your life when you concentrate on the good. And that is what it means to be genuinely gorgeous, my friends. I want you to consider all of these attributes that we have talked about. Self-assurance, generosity, honesty, zeal, modesty, positivism, communication, and thankfulness. You are not born with any of these. You may work on these things every day and develop them. Additionally, you will become more appealing the more you work on developing these traits. To yourself as well as to others. You see, striving to impress people is not the point of being gorgeous. Being the best version of yourself is the goal. It is about cultivating traits that make you feel good about yourself and attract others to you. And you really shine when you are confident, kind, and genuine, and when you feel good about yourself. Some of you may be asking yourself, this sounds fantastic, but where do I begin? Now, allow me to share a small secret with you. Begin where you are. Being handsome does not require perfection. You do not need to know everything. All you need to do is be willing to start. Learning a new skill to boost your confidence could be the first step. Perhaps it is showing generosity by helping someone else without anticipating anything in return. Perhaps it is giving someone your full attention today. The idea is that you do not have to do everything at once. Simply take each step as it comes. Before moving on to the next characteristic, concentrate on the first one and improve on it. Before you realize it, you will begin to observe a shift in how you view yourself as well as how other people perceive you. And let me tell you something, the true magic happens when you begin to perceive yourself as a gorgeous person who deserves respect, love, and adoration because, in the end, you need to attract yourself more than anybody else. You know you have developed into a very gorgeous person when you can look in the mirror and actually like the person looking back at you. Go forward and begin cultivating these attributes for yourself, not for other people. Because everything else will fall into place once you have become the finest version of yourself. You will discover that opportunities present themselves, that people are drawn to you naturally, and that you are leading a successful, meaningful, and satisfying life. And we all desire that, do not we? To lead a life that is joyful, purposeful, and filled with interpersonal connections. To be someone that people want to be around, admire, and look up to. That is the power of having a good appearance. And it is a force that exists inside every one of us.